Have you ever wondered why some women share everything with their family, yet end up feeling misunderstood, judged, or emotionally drained? And why do other women remain peaceful, respected, and surprisingly powerful without saying very much at all? The truth is, not everyone who loves you can wisely carry every part of your life. A single unnecessary disclosure can invite doubt, interference, or limitations into your path. Today, I will reveal the 3 things wise women never share with family, and once you understand them, you will protect your peace, your power, and your future in a completely different way. 1. Your biggest dreams before they are ready. Have you noticed that a seed grows beneath the soil, long before anyone sees a tree? This is how all meaningful things begin. Quietly, hidden, protected. Yet many people make a mistake. The moment they feel excited about a dream, they rush to tell everyone around them. They announce their plans. They describe their goals. They seek approval before they have even taken the first real step. And often, the first people they tell are family members. Now listen carefully. Family may love you. Family may care for you. Family may want the best for you. But love and wisdom are not always the same thing. Many women suffer because they believe everyone who loves them will automatically understand their vision. This is not true. People see the world through the limits of their own experiences. If someone has never walked a certain path, they may not understand why you want to walk it. If someone has spent years living in fear, they may unintentionally project that fear onto your future. Imagine a woman who dreams of starting her own business. Her heart is full of excitement. She sees possibilities. She sees growth. She sees a future that does not yet exist. Then she shares the dream with someone who immediately says, "What if it fails? Are you sure you can do that? That sounds risky. You should be realistic." Notice something. The dream has not failed. Nothing bad has happened, yet doubt has already entered the room. A single sentence can become a heavy stone inside the mind. The woman begins questioning herself. The energy that once pushed her forward now starts pulling her backward. This is why wise women understand an important principle. Not every dream needs an audience. Some dreams need protection. A gardener does not dig up a seed every day to show people how it is growing. The gardener protects it, waters it, trusts the process, and waits. Many people share dreams too early because they are seeking validation. They want others to confirm that their vision is possible. But confidence built on approval is fragile. The moment approval disappears, confidence disappears too. True confidence grows differently. It grows when you continue moving forward, even when nobody understands, even when nobody applauds, even when nobody believes. A wise woman learns to become her own source of encouragement. She understands that every great transformation begins in silence. Think about the moon. It does not ask permission to shine. Think about the sunrise. It does not seek approval before appearing. Nature teaches this lesson everywhere. Growth happens quietly. Power develops quietly. Strength develops quietly. A woman who constantly announces her dreams often loses energy through words. A woman who quietly works on her dreams channels that energy into action. And action is always more powerful than explanation. Many people are surprised when successful women suddenly appear strong, accomplished, and confident. But what they did not see were the months, the years, the silent preparation, the unseen sacrifices, the private discipline. They only saw the tree, they never saw the seed. This is why wisdom often sounds like silence. Not because you have nothing to say, because you understand that some things become stronger when protected. Let your actions speak when the time is right. Let results tell the story. And remember this, the less energy you spend explaining your future, the more energy you have to create it. Because what begins as a dream must first survive the shadows before it can stand in the light. And there is another shadow many women unknowingly bring into their lives. A shadow created when they reveal every wound they carry. 2. The full details of your personal struggle's life tests every human being. No one escapes difficulty. No one escapes pain. No one escapes moments of confusion. A wise woman understands this. She does not pretend her struggles do not exist. She does not hide from reality. But she is also careful about who receives access to her deepest battles. Many people believe that sharing everything is a sign of closeness. Sometimes it is. sometimes it is not. There is a difference between seeking support and exposing every detail of your inner world. The difference is wisdom. Imagine carrying a fragile glass bowl filled with water. Would you hand it to everyone you meet? Of course not. Yet many women hand their emotional world to people who do not know how to hold it. Then they wonder why they feel hurt. The truth is simple. Not everyone has the emotional maturity to understand your struggles. Some people listen with compassion. Others listen with judgment. Some listen to help. Others listen out of curiosity. Some listen and protect your vulnerability. Others remember your weaknesses and use them later. This is why discernment is essential. A wise woman asks herself, who has earned the right to hear this part of my story? Notice the word earned. Trust is not automatic. Trust is built. Trust is observed. Trust is tested over time. Many women reveal every problem the moment they feel overwhelmed. They speak from emotion rather than wisdom. In that moment, they are not looking for solutions. They are simply looking for relief. But temporary relief can create long-term consequences. Words cannot be taken back. Once spoken, they belong to the world. This does not mean you should suffer alone. No. Wisdom is not isolation. Wisdom is selection. Choose carefully. Choose people who genuinely support your growth. Choose people who listen without constantly judging. Choose people who help you rise rather than remain stuck in pain. Because every conversation influences your state of mind. If you repeatedly speak about your struggles to people who amplify fear, your burden becomes heavier. If you speak to people who encourage strength and perspective, your burden becomes lighter. The challenge is that many women underestimate the power of repeated storytelling. Every time you retell a painful experience, you relive it. Every time you repeat a wound, you reopen it. The mind begins identifying with the struggle. The pain becomes part of your identity. This is dangerous. You are not your hardship. You are not your disappointment. You are not your setback. Those experiences happen to you. They are not you. A wise woman understands that healing requires balance. Speak when speaking helps. Reflect when reflection helps. Remain silent when silence helps. There is tremendous power in processing emotions privately, sitting quietly, observing your thoughts, understanding your feelings, learning from your experiences. Growth often emerges from these silent moments. The world teaches people to constantly express themselves. Wisdom teaches people to understand themselves. And these are not the same thing. The woman who understands herself becomes difficult to shake because she is no longer dependent on everyone else's opinion. She becomes grounded, centered, steady, like a mountain standing through changing weather. Storms may arrive, winds may blow, but the mountain remains. And when a woman develops this inner stability, something remarkable happens. She becomes less interested in explaining every struggle. She becomes more interested in overcoming it. Because strength grows when energy moves towards solutions instead of endless discussion. Remember this carefully. Your struggles deserve respect. Your healing deserves protection. Your vulnerability deserves wisdom. Not every chapter of your life needs to be publicly understood. Some chapters are meant to transform you before they are shared. Because there is another area where too much sharing creates unnecessary suffering. An area that has damaged countless relationships and destroyed countless moments of peace. It begins when private love becomes public conversation. 3. Every secret of your relationship. Relationships are delicate, like a flame. They can provide warmth, comfort, light, but they can also be weakened by too many outside hands. Many women make a mistake without realizing it. Whenever a disagreement happens, they immediately share every detail with family, every argument, every misunderstanding, every frustration, every emotional moment. At first, this seems harmless. After all, family wants to help. Family wants to protect you. But something important often gets overlooked. You may forgive your partner tomorrow. Others may not. You may move on from the conflict. Others may continue remembering it. You may heal the relationship. Others may continue carrying the old story. This creates an invisible problem. The relationship moves forward. The opinions surrounding the relationship remain trapped in the past. Imagine spilling a small amount of ink into clear water. The water changes immediately. In the same way, repeated negative stories slowly shape how others view your relationship. Even if those stories represent only temporary moments. No relationship is perfect. Every human being has flaws. Every couple experiences challenges. But when every challenge becomes public discussion, the relationship loses something valuable: privacy, protection, sacredness. A wise woman understands that not every disagreement requires an audience. Not every emotional reaction deserves immediate broadcasting. Sometimes the best response is patience. Sometimes clarity arrives after emotions settle. When people speak during moments of anger, they often share things they later regret. They describe situations unfairly. They exaggerate details. They focus only on their pain. This is natural. Pain narrows perspective, but wisdom expands perspective. Before speaking about relationship problems, a wise woman pauses. She asks, "Am I seeking guidance, or am I simply releasing emotion?" This question changes everything, because advice sought from wisdom creates growth. Advice sought from emotional chaos often creates confusion. There is another reason wise women protect their relationships. Not everyone wants to see your relationship succeed. This may sound uncomfortable, but it is true. Some people project their own disappointments, their own fears, their own experiences. Without realizing it, they begin influencing your decisions. A comment here, a suggestion there, a little doubt, planted quietly. Over time, those small influences can become large obstacles. This is why boundaries matter. Boundaries are not walls. They are filters. They help you decide what enters your life and what stays outside. A wise woman understands that love grows best in an environment of trust and respect, not in an environment crowded by countless outside opinions. This does not mean accepting unhealthy behavior. It does not mean remaining silent about serious problems. When genuine help is needed, seek wise guidance. Seek mature counsel. Seek people who genuinely care about truth. But avoid turning every private moment into public information. Because mystery creates value. Privacy creates strength. And protection creates stability. The strongest relationships often appear ordinary from the outside. People do not know every detail. People do not know every conversation. People do not know every challenge. And that is exactly why those relationships remain strong. Some things lose power when exposed too often. Love is one of them. The deepest connections are not built through constant explanation. They are built through understanding, trust, patience, and quiet commitment. Because the wisest women understand a truth that most people discover too late. Not everything precious should be displayed. Some things become powerful because they are protected. And when a woman learns what to reveal, what to protect, and what to keep sacred, she begins walking through life with a completely different kind of strength. A strength that does not need attention to exist. A strength that speaks through wisdom rather than noise. And that wisdom becomes even more important when money, success, and future plans enter the conversation. 4. Your financial moves and future plans. There is an old saying, the louder the drum, the less you hear the music. Many people live their lives like a drum. Everything is announced, everything is shared, every new opportunity becomes a conversation. Every financial step becomes public information. Every future plan is discussed before it has even taken shape. A wise woman moves differently. She understands that money is not just about numbers. Money is energy. Money is freedom. Money is choices. And because it is valuable, it deserves protection. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that everyone around them should know exactly what they earn, what they save, what they invest, and what they plan to build. This often begins with good intentions. A woman receives a promotion. She feels excited. She wants to celebrate. She wants to share the good news. There is nothing wrong with gratitude. There is nothing wrong with happiness. But wisdom asks a deeper question. How much should be shared? Because the moment financial information leaves your mouth, it begins creating reactions in other people. Some reactions are positive, others are not. People compare, people judge, people assume, people project, and often they do this without even realizing it. A woman may work for years to improve her financial situation. She sacrifices comfort, she studies, she develops discipline, she takes risks. Then one day, she achieves success. Yet instead of peace, she suddenly finds herself surrounded by expectations. Some people expect help. Some expect access. Some expect explanations. Some feel uncomfortable because her growth reminds them of their own lack of growth. This is why wise women understand a powerful truth. Not every blessing needs an announcement. A tree does not tell the forest how much fruit it will produce next season. It simply grows, quietly, patiently, naturally. The strongest financial position is often the one nobody knows about, because privacy removes unnecessary pressure. When people know your financial plans, they often begin inserting themselves into your decisions. Suddenly, everyone becomes an advisor. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone believes they know what you should do. One person says, invest. Another says, save. Another says, spend. Another says, avoid risk. Soon, your own voice becomes difficult to hear. And when your own voice disappears, confusion enters. A wise woman never allows outside noise to become louder than her inner wisdom. She listens. She learns. She considers advice carefully, but she does not hand over responsibility for her future, because no one will live with the consequences except her. Notice how rivers move. They do not stop every few meters to explain where they are going. They simply continue flowing. The same principle applies to life. Progress does not require constant explanation. Progress requires movement. Many people unknowingly lose momentum because they spend too much time talking about what they plan to do. The mind receives temporary satisfaction from speaking. It feels productive. It feels exciting. Yet nothing has actually happened. The dream remains a dream. The plan remains a plan. The future remains unchanged. A wise woman understands that real confidence comes from execution, not discussion. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates results. Results create confidence. This sequence cannot be reversed. You cannot talk your way into genuine confidence. You build it through consistent action. Another reason wise women protect their financial plans is because money changes. Relationships. This is uncomfortable to discuss, yet it is true. Sometimes people treat you differently when they believe you have more. Sometimes people treat you differently when they believe you have less. The treatment changes. The perception changes. The expectations change. This is why privacy creates freedom. When people know less about your finances, they interact more honestly. They interact with who you are rather than what you have. And this distinction matters, because your worth is not your bank account. Your value is not determined by income. Your character remains your greatest asset. A wise woman never confuses financial success with personal worth. She understands that wealth can grow, wealth can shrink, circumstances can change, but character remains, discipline remains, integrity remains, wisdom remains. These qualities create lasting success. Without them, money often disappears as quickly as it arrives. Look carefully at nature. The tallest mountains are silent. The deepest oceans are quiet. The most powerful forces rarely announce themselves. True power does not need attention. It simply exists. The same is true for financial strength. When a woman develops stability, she feels less need to prove anything. She no longer seeks validation through possessions. She no longer seeks approval through appearances. She no longer feels compelled to explain every achievement. She becomes comfortable with privacy, comfortable with patience, comfortable with quiet progress. And something beautiful happens. The energy once spent talking becomes energy spent building. Building security, building freedom, building opportunity, building a future that stands on solid ground. Yet money is not the only thing wise women learn to protect. There is another treasure far more valuable, a treasure invisible to the eyes, a treasure that often determines whether a person rises or remains stuck. It is hidden within the struggles nobody sees. And this hidden struggle is where true transformation begins, because the strongest battles are often fought in silence. 5. Your next step before it becomes reality. Have you ever noticed that some of the most successful people seem to appear out of nowhere? One day, nobody is talking about them. The next day, everyone notices them. People look at their success and wonder, how did this happen so quickly? But it was never quick. It only appeared quick. What people did not see was the preparation, the planning, the discipline, the silent work, the countless decisions made when nobody was watching. This brings us to one of the deepest lessons a wise woman learns. Do not reveal every next step before it becomes reality. This may sound simple, yet it is one of the hardest disciplines to practice. Because human beings naturally want to share what excites them. The moment a new opportunity appears, excitement rises. The mind begins imagining the future. The heart begins feeling hope. And before anything has actually happened, many people start telling everyone about it. They announce the plan. They describe the details. They explain exactly what they intend to do. Then something strange happens. Their energy begins to change. The fire becomes weaker. The urgency becomes smaller. The motivation slowly fades. Why? Because the mind has already received part of the reward. Talking about success often creates a temporary feeling of achievement, even when nothing has been achieved yet. This is dangerous, because dreams are not built by excitement alone. Dreams are built by action. A wise woman understands this. She does not confuse speaking with doing. She does not confuse intention with execution. She does not confuse plans with results. Instead, she quietly moves forward, step by step, day by day, action by action. Think of an archer preparing to release an arrow. Before the arrow moves forward, it must first be pulled backward. There is tension, there is stillness, there is focus. The archer does not shout to everyone about the target. The archer concentrates, and when the moment arrives, the arrow flies. Life works in a similar way. Every meaningful achievement requires a period of preparation, a period where less talking and more working is necessary. Unfortunately, many people interrupt this process. They expose their plans too early, and once a plan becomes public, something else appears. Opinions. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has advice. Everyone has concerns. Everyone has predictions. Some people support you, others doubt you. Some encourage you, others discourage you. And suddenly, your clear vision becomes crowded with outside voices. This is one reason wise women protect their next steps, not because they fear opinions, but because they value clarity. Imagine standing beside a calm lake. You can clearly see your reflection. Now imagine throwing dozens of stones into the water. The reflection disappears. The same thing happens within the mind. Too many outside opinions create mental disturbance. Clarity disappears. Direction becomes uncertain. Confidence weakens. A wise woman learns to guard her focus. She understands that focus is one of the most valuable resources in life. Without focus, effort becomes scattered. Without focus, opportunities are missed. Without focus, dreams remain unfinished. Many women underestimate how much energy is lost through unnecessary conversations. Every explanation requires energy. Every defense requires energy. Every justification requires energy. When you constantly explain your future, you slowly drain the energy needed to create it. This is why wise women often surprise people. While others are busy talking about what they plan to do, she is quietly doing it. While others seek attention, she seeks progress. While others announce every move, she remains focused on the journey. And then one day, results appear. Not because she was lucky, not because success suddenly arrived, because she protected her energy long enough for the work to bear fruit. There is another reason wise women remain careful about sharing future plans. Not everyone can see what you see. Remember this, people interpret your future through the limits of their own experience. If someone has never built something meaningful, they may not understand your vision. If someone has spent years trapped by fear, they may unintentionally pass that fear to you. If someone has stopped believing in their own potential, they may struggle to believe in yours. This does not make them bad people. It makes them human. Most people speak from their own reality. The problem is that their reality is not necessarily your reality. A woman may dream of starting a new career. Someone immediately says it is impossible. A woman may dream of moving to a new city. Someone immediately lists all the risks. A woman may dream of creating something extraordinary. Someone immediately focuses on what could go wrong. Notice something important. None of these people know the future, yet their words can influence your thinking if you allow them. This is why wisdom requires emotional independence. A wise woman listens respectfully, but she does not surrender her vision. She understands that every major achievement in history was once considered unrealistic. Every invention, every discovery, every breakthrough, every success. At some point, someone doubted it. If success depended on universal approval, very little would ever be accomplished. The path of growth often requires walking forward before others understand where you are going. And this requires courage. Not loud courage, quiet courage. The kind of courage that keeps moving without applause. The kind of courage that keeps believing without validation. the kind of courage that keeps building even when nobody notices. This courage becomes easier when a woman learns an important lesson. You do not need everyone to understand your path. You only need commitment to it. Many people spend years trying to convince others, trying to gain approval, trying to justify their choices, trying to explain their dreams. Meanwhile, time continues moving, life continues moving, opportunities continue moving. A wise woman understands that time is too valuable to spend constantly seeking permission. She gives herself permission. This changes everything because freedom begins when you stop waiting for universal agreement. Think about the butterfly. Before it flies, there is a stage where nobody sees its transformation. Inside the cocoon, enormous change is happening. Yet from the outside, it appears as if nothing is happening at all. Most people underestimate invisible progress. They value what they can see. Wisdom values what is being built beneath the surface. Your next step often belongs in this invisible stage. It needs room to grow, room to strengthen, room to mature. Without constant exposure, without constant discussion, without constant interference. Another hidden danger of announcing every next step is the pressure it creates. The more people know about your plans, the more pressure you may feel to produce immediate results. Now your focus shifts. Instead of building properly, you begin worrying about appearances. Instead of following the process, you become concerned with expectations. This pressure can cause people to abandon goals that were actually achievable. Not because the goal was impossible, because the pressure became overwhelming. A wise woman protects herself from unnecessary pressure. She allows herself the freedom to learn, the freedom to make mistakes, the freedom to adjust, the freedom to grow privately. Because growth is rarely a straight line. Sometimes plans change, sometimes opportunities evolve, sometimes better directions appear, and that is perfectly normal. When every plan has already been announced to the world, flexibility becomes difficult. People feel trapped by expectations. Wise women understand that life requires adaptability. The river reaches the ocean because it adapts. It bends. It adjusts. It flows around obstacles. It continues moving forward. The same principle applies to success. Rigidity creates frustration. Adaptability creates progress. This is another reason to protect your next step. Not because secrecy is power, because flexibility is power. And flexibility grows best when fewer people are attached to your plans. There is also a deeper psychological reason behind this wisdom. Every dream exists in two worlds. First, it exists internally as an idea, a vision, a possibility. Then it exists externally as reality, as achievement, as fact. The internal stage is fragile, like a young plant. It can be influenced easily. Doubt affects it. Fear affects it. Negativity affects it. This is why wise women become guardians of their own vision. They understand that fragile things require protection. Once the dream becomes reality, it no longer needs defending. Results speak for themselves. Success explains itself. Achievement removes many arguments. Until then, patience is necessary. Patience is not passive. Patience is active trust. Trusting the process. Trusting your effort. Trusting your growth. Trusting your journey. Many people become impatient because they focus on outcomes. Wise women focus on preparation because preparation creates outcomes. Every masterpiece begins with preparation. Every victory begins with preparation. Every transformation begins with preparation. The person who falls in love with preparation rarely fears the future because they know they are becoming stronger every day. And strength is more valuable than certainty. Certainty is impossible. Strength is attainable. You cannot control every outcome. You can control your effort. You can control your discipline. You can control your focus. You can control your commitment. This understanding creates peace, a deep peace. The peace that comes from knowing you are doing your part. The peace that comes from trusting your path. The peace that comes from moving forward without needing constant recognition. This is the mindset of a wise woman. She does not rush to reveal every next step. She allows progress to develop quietly. She allows results to emerge naturally. She allows reality to speak louder than promises. And when the moment finally arrives, people often say, "You changed so much. You became so successful. You became so strong." What they do not realize is that the transformation began long before they noticed. It began during the silent mornings, the disciplined evenings, the difficult decisions, the unseen sacrifices, the private victories, the moments when nobody was watching, because that is where real growth always begins. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, not in the applause, but in the effort, not in the announcement, but in the action. And this is why wise women understand a truth that many people spend their entire lives learning. Speak less about where you are going. Walk more. One day, your results will introduce you far better than your words ever could. 6. The silent battles behind your growth. Every strong woman carries a story most people will never know, a story hidden behind her smile, hidden behind her confidence, hidden behind her calm presence. People often look at a successful woman and see only the result. They see the strength, they see the wisdom, they see the confidence, but they rarely see the battles that created those qualities. Growth is rarely glamorous. Transformation is rarely comfortable. The deepest changes often happen in silence, when nobody is watching, when nobody is applauding, when nobody even knows a battle exists. This is why wise women do not constantly explain every challenge they face. They understand that some struggles are sacred, not secret because of fear, sacred because of purpose. Imagine a caterpillar entering a cocoon. What would happen if someone constantly opened the cocoon to inspect the process? The transformation would be interrupted. Growth requires space. Growth requires time. Growth requires protection. The same principle applies to human beings. Many women feel pressure to explain everything, every setback, every fear, every challenge, every moment of uncertainty. But wisdom asks, must every battle be announced? The answer is no. Some battles become stronger when carried quietly, because silence creates reflection. Reflection creates understanding. Understanding creates transformation. There are moments in life when a woman must sit alone with herself. No audience, no validation, no distraction, only honesty, only awareness, only truth. These moments are powerful because this is where self-discovery begins. The world often celebrates visible victories, a promotion, a new relationship, a new achievement, a public success. But the most important victories are usually invisible. Choosing discipline over comfort, choosing healing over bitterness, choosing courage over fear, choosing growth over excuses. Nobody applauds these moments. Nobody posts about them. Nobody celebrates them immediately. Yet these are the victories that shape destiny. A wise woman understands this. She stops seeking recognition for every step. She learns to appreciate her own progress. She becomes her own witness, her own encouragement, her own source of strength. And this changes everything, because dependence on external validation creates weakness. The moment approval disappears, motivation disappears. The moment praise disappears, effort disappears. But when strength comes from within, circumstances lose their power. This is why many strong women appear calm, not because life is easy, not because challenges are absent, because they have learned to carry difficulty with grace. They have learned that not every struggle requires public attention. There is another danger in sharing every battle. People often begin identifying you with your struggle. If you constantly speak about stress, people see stress. If you constantly speak about fear, people see fear. If you constantly speak about problems, people see problems. Over time, the struggle becomes your identity. A wise woman refuses this trap. She understands that she is more than her challenges, more than her fears, more than her temporary circumstances. She sees herself through the lens of possibility, not limitation. She knows that difficult seasons do not define permanent identity. Winter does not last forever. Storms do not last forever. Darkness does not last forever. Everything changes. Everything moves. Everything evolves. This understanding creates patience, and patience is one of the greatest forms of strength. Many people quit because they expect immediate transformation, immediate success, immediate results. But nature teaches a different lesson. The oak tree does not appear overnight. The river does not carve stone overnight. The mountain does not rise overnight. Everything meaningful requires time. A wise woman respects this process. She understands that growth often feels invisible before it becomes visible. Days pass. Nothing seems different. Weeks pass. Nothing seems different. Months pass. Still nothing appears to have changed. Then suddenly the transformation becomes obvious. People call it luck. People call it talent. People call it natural ability. They never saw the silent effort, the unseen discipline, the private sacrifices, the lonely decisions, the hidden growth. This is why wise women protect their inner work. Not because they are hiding, because they are building. And builders understand something important. A structure is strongest when the foundation is completed before attention arrives. The world sees the building. The builder knows the foundation. The world sees confidence. The wise woman remembers the healing. The world sees success. She remembers the struggle. The world sees strength. She remembers the nights when she felt weak, but kept moving anyway. This perspective creates humility, and humility protects wisdom, because the moment a person believes they have nothing left to learn, growth stops. A wise woman remains a student of life, always learning, always observing, always evolving. And because of this, she continues growing long after others stop. The beautiful thing about silent growth is that it cannot be taken away by opinions. It belongs entirely to you. Nobody can argue with your experience. Nobody can diminish your lessons. Nobody can steal the wisdom earned through genuine struggle. This wisdom becomes part of who you are. A quiet strength, a steady presence, a calm confidence. The kind of confidence that does not need to announce itself. The kind of confidence that enters a room without demanding attention. The kind of confidence that remains stable whether people praise or criticize. And this is where true power begins. Not in what others see, but in what you have built within yourself. Because the woman who masters her inner world eventually masters her outer world as well. Conclusion. Remember this. Wise women do not share everything simply because they can. They understand the value of protection, the value of patience, the value of silence. Some dreams need protection. Some struggles need privacy. Some relationships need boundaries. Some financial plans need quiet execution. And some personal battles need space to transform you before the world sees the result. The less energy you spend explaining your life, the more energy you have to build it. If this message spoke to your heart, subscribe to the channel, join this growing community of wisdom, and continue this journey of inner strength, peace, and self-mastery with me. Until our next conversation, keep protecting what is precious, and keep growing in silence.